Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
And welcome to Open Tyrian 2000, the open source version of Tyrian 2000.
Yeah, where you shoot stuff a lot.
Yeah, we're going to be shooting stuff a lot today, and we're going to be playing it on... well, we're not going to be playing it on Lord of the Game difficulty. I wanted to play it on Lord of the Game difficulty, but it was too much repetition for Sandman99, because you die a lot on that difficulty. So instead of playing it on Lord of the Game difficulty, so that's Shift G to get to Impossible, Shift and then right square bracket to get the Suicide, and then LORD to get to Lord of the Game, we're going to play it on Suicide. And Suicide's a lot easier than Lord of the Game, because Lord of the Game is about twice as difficult as Suicide, which makes it, like, insanely difficult. And
yeah, well, it was taking you, like, a whole hour to play through one level.
Well, I wouldn't say a whole hour. It took me, like, 45 minutes to beat the first level, and then the next sticking point was, like, I don't know, a couple other minutes. It wasn't, like, that bad, but it was kind of bad, I guess.
Oh, well. Anyway, we do have some episodes with on Lord of the Game recorded. So if anybody wants to see them, just leave a comment, and you know, like, there's no reason why we couldn't just put those ones up.
Yeah, Sandman just couldn't bear it.
I just couldn't take the repeating over and over and over again, because you get to the very end of the level and then you'll die from some silly thing, and then you have to start all over again from the beginning. They don't even have checkpoints or anything in this
That's
game,
right, yep.
which I think is kind of a bit of a shortcoming. Wow, look at that. You can actually kill all those things
Yeah,
now.
you can actually kill things on this difficulty.
What a difference.
I think the difference I think is only that the game is about 2 times harder on Lord of the Game difficulty. But 2 times harder is a big difference, man.
Yeah, well, because you could not actually destroy any of these enemy ships or whatever, right? Like, you...
That's right.
Basically, you'd have your weapons constantly firing like that, but they did not seem to have really any effect.
And not only that, but this was the first time I got shot now.
Yeah.
And because we're destroying more stuff, we're gonna get way more points.
Yeah.
And we got the secret level. Easy. Suicide difficulty is easy. We probably won't die until, like, Act 4 unless I do something stupid or talk too much.
Yeah, you can even destroy those disc things, and you weren't able to... I don't think you destroyed even one of those.
Maybe one? Maybe? I can also take the right-hand side here because it's safer with only the one fireball turret.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now you're just crushing those things, right?
Yep.
As they fly into your path. Basically, Lord of the Game appears to be more of a dodging exercise with a good heaping portion of luck, right? You know, like, to determine whether or not you would actually get through, because...
you just need to be perfect in your dodging, that's all.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, I think there's a fair amount of, like, a pretty good large element of luck involved in the dodging, too. Because all it takes is one wrong move and you're dead, right?
Well, everything on Suicide difficulty feels like it moves in slow motion compared to Lord of the Game difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the pace is slower, but also, you know, like you said, your weapons actually seem to have some effect now.
Well, it's because we don't have to carry around the Plasma Storm. So, like, technically on Lord of the Game difficulty, I could carry this weapon loadout and be almost as effective. But the thing is the boss would just, like, insta-kill us with his final attack there, because you can't dodge it on Lord of the Game difficulty.
Well, as someone who's not familiar with this game at all, I mean, I can see a huge difference here already, right?
Yep. Also, having to dodge less bullets.
Yeah, well,
because the
also,
fire rate of everything is slower, right?
it looks like the little fireball things move a lot slower, too.
And that less of them come out. Oop, that was an inopportune time to trigger that. See, I even got that. See, on Lord of the Game difficulty, triggering that final attack at the wrong time would have just been an instant death.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Oh, if only we had the generator power to use a Mega Pulse. We don't have the generator power to use a Mega Pulse, though, so we're just gonna kind of keep going with our Pulse Cannon here.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, can I get that shield? I can get that shield. I guess I can get the ship upgrade, too. So, I don't know. I've been playing this game pretty much since it ever came out. I've had this game for years and years and years and years and years. And it's one of my favorite games. Also, they give you, like, all these data cubes for, like, things that you collect. So, like, you know, come and get, like, a used ship. And that's, like, the ship that we're flying is, like, this used ship.
Oh.
And then they talk to you about the asteroid sectors. So that'll be the next 2 levels after this bonus level we do is Asteroid 1 and 2, and they tell you about, like, what they're all about. As tourist attractions, of course, not as, like, military destinations.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. But yeah, I've been playing this game for a long, long time.
Yeah, I can remember you playing this on oh god, an old HP Windows 95 machine?
Oh, not even HP, an old Acer Windows 95 machine, yeah.
Acer, yeah, an old Acer, I don't know. That was so long ago, I can't remember anymore.
Here's a handy little thing, invulnerability. That's another thing you can twiddle with this particular ship. There's a whole bunch of little twiddles for the various ships in the game that you can trigger, like, special abilities and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to know the codes, and they usually cost, like, your shields or something, or sometimes your armor. Not all of them are, like, super useful, because some of them are difficult to trigger when you really want them. Like, the invincibility here is kind of difficult to trigger. Some of the ships have things like armor regeneration, though. That's pretty useful. Alright, just go invincibility again. It's completely pointless. We're not getting hit by anything anyways. Trigger it anyways. And that's basically that bonus level. And that gives us like a shitload of points. Which lets us upgrade our shit even more. I think the Protron here is a better gun than the Pulse Cannon, technically. If you want to get technical. But, I'm not sure exactly how big the difference is. I think a level 7 Protron is stronger than a level 8 Pulse Cannon. But I'm not entirely sure it makes that big of a difference, since we're going to have so much firepower at this point anyways. But we'll go through Asteroid 2 here. I always go through Asteroid 2 anyways, it's easier even on this difficulty. And it's the only one that's possible on Lord of the Game difficulty, in my opinion. You can't get through Asteroid 1 on Lord of the Game difficulty. There's no way.
Well, just to give folks an idea of what the difference is, that first level took you
45 minutes.
Pretty close to an hour to complete.
Yeah, and then this level took me half an hour to complete.
Yeah.
At this rate, we might even clear all of Act 1 in this one sitting. On suicide difficulty.
Well, obviously this is for experienced players, though, right? Somebody who's new to the game like me, I wouldn't be able to sit down and start playing this game at this level and hope to be successful.
Well, it's mostly just you gotta make sure you're not like a bottom of the screen hugger. You need to actually get up and maneuver around. That's what they're trying to teach you to do. Oop, that was kind of nasty. Clumsy of me. Okay, we'll let the shields regenerate a little bit. If you stop firing your weapons, and you have like high generator power draw weapons, then your shields will regenerate faster. If you have really high power draw weapons, and your generator's not sufficient, which is the little orange meter on the right there, then your shields will actually stop regenerating.
So what's the large meter at the top, anyway?
Yeah, the large orange meter at the top is your generator power.
Oh.
And as you do things, so like, for example, if I trigger that drains all my shields, and now my generator is trying to regenerate my shields. But it goes and it drains a whole shitload of power, right? And if I were to do that multiple times, and continue firing my weapons, I guess it's kind of hard to manually drain your generator yourself, but eventually we might get to a point where I can't even fire my weapons anymore. But we can definitely get to a point where I can't regenerate my shields anymore, too. Wow, look at that. I just destroyed a whole screen of guys.
Yeah, you couldn't even destroy those tanks before...
Yeah, it was a huge chore to destroy the tanks before.
Most of the time you could destroy like one if you had enough time, right?
Well, my weapons are also stronger at this point than they were in the Lord of the Game playthrough as well, because I get more credits because I'm able to destroy more things, so it's kind of like a self-reinforcing thing. You can destroy more things, so you get more credits, so you get stronger weapons, so you can destroy more things.
Okay, so what are those things in your instrument panel there that say front gun, rear gun, and those bars underneath?
Okay, so the front gun power level meter there is indicating the strength of my front gun. And so it's level 8 out of 12, I think. Okay. And the rear gun is indicating the strength of my rear gun, which is level 2 out of 12, I think. And that little light switch at the bottom indicates the mode of my front weapon. So this particular, my mode of my rear weapon. So this rear weapon has 2 different modes, and you can switch between them by pressing the enter key.
Oh, okay.
And one is like a fire sideways and fire backwards one, and one is like a fire forwards one.
Yeah.
And I like the fire forwards one just to make my front gun power a little stronger, because there isn't really anything that would demand having rear side weapons at this point in the game. Alright, there's a secret level here. Gotta make sure I get that. I think this guy actually has less health on this difficulty. But also, because our weapons are stronger, we can actually stand here and shoot him in the missiles.
Yeah. Oh, you can actually destroy his missiles?
Yep. It's going to take multiple runs of this. But it's not so bad. Easy. But yeah, here's the thing. So each weapon in this game has a different damage type and is good against different things. Like, I think missiles are good at taking out armor on ships. The mega cannon here can actually shoot projectiles through enemies. So it's really good for boss fights, because bosses often have, like, parts of their body that are indestructible that you can't damage, that will block their weak points. And the pulse cannon here just does, I think, raw fire damage, right? And that actually makes it good for killing enemies that are weak to fire and things like that. And the multi-cannon here is the same way, I think. Although I don't like the level 7 multi-cannon, I think it's a little bit underpowered. So we go with the pulse cannon because it has all the forward firing power that you'd want. But, yeah. Oh, we can get a better generator now. Get some mini missiles. Don't have any of those yet. They're probably not going to be horribly useful, but, you know. Oh yeah, aren't we coming up on Savara? I kind of remember Savara being a thing now. So maybe it's a good idea to get the Mega Cannon here. So that we can deal with that mess. But yeah, Mega Cannon isn't like the greatest weapon in the world because it doesn't do enough damage. It just shoots through things.
Oh.
You can see the sonic waves there get stopped by that barrier, but the Mega Cannon just shoots right through them.
Oh.
I never go through the right-hand side here, I always go through the left-hand side.
So you're going through the right-hand side today just because?
Yeah, just because, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I fuck up on this difficulty. I'll be fine. You know, suicide is nothing. Easy. Oh, I wonder if we can say that word on YouTube. Probably not. Oh well.
Well, I think hopefully it's context dependent, you know?
Yeah, hopefully.
And we don't end up getting, like, severely censored, I guess, over something that, you know, really
it's completely dumb.
Yeah, that really doesn't mean anything.
See, being able to shoot through things is a useful ability.
See, that tells me too that maybe you know, we shouldn't use that word in the title for this series either, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Because we might
didn't really
end up,
think about it.
Yeah, well, it just didn't occur to me until you mentioned it a minute ago here.
Ah, see, I'm screwing up everything for us. Well, that takes like 28,000 to upgrade. Let's try to get it up one more.
We'll have to call it Tyrian the second toughest difficulty or something.
Ah! Tyrian the Kermit difficulty, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah. Why the Kermit difficulty?
I'll tell you later.
Oh.
Okay, I kind of fucked up there.
Yeah.
Okay, that is not going to be enough front gun power. We need to be able to destroy things reasonably quickly, and that Mega Cannon is not doing it for us. I'm not impressed by the power of the Mega Cannon there. So we're going to do it this way. With the nearly maxed out front gun here. But we actually have the firepower to destroy those turrets. But we still need to destroy these turrets no matter what we do. This is still one of those really nasty parts of the level.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you still are going to probably die a couple of times here.
Oh, except I flew into that ship.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Savara, so, you know, Savara is difficult, right?
Weren't you somehow able to multiply your shield power in this one, though? I seem to remember you were doing something like that.
Nope, not yet. Not at this stage.
Oh.
There we go. There's Savara. That's the flying pattern for Savara. That's how you get past that first part, even on Lore of the Game difficulty. It's just way harder on Lore of the Game difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah, it took you like 12 tries just to get this far. Well, maybe not 12, but I wasn't counting, but it seemed like it took you forever to get this far.
Yeah, it was a lot of tries. Took a lot of tries. And this part you can just destroy on this difficulty.
Yeah, you don't have to use that pulse wave or whatever that was now.
Yeah, and you don't have to dodge everything.
Well, you can even destroy those other plane thingies, too.
Yep, I can even destroy planes. Imagine that. Being able to destroy the enemy that's shooting at you. Of course, things would, if they can get through my front guns here, could still probably one-shot me. But that's fine. Don't think about it too much. Look at all the credits we're getting for destroying those guys. But you kind of just use your wide spread of your front gun to try to take out the things that are sideways instead of using a dedicated sideways weapon.
Uh-huh.
Because it's better to have all this front power so that nothing can penetrate you while you're firing forward, right? Or at least that's what I think.
A good offense is the best defense?
That's right.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sound.
Oh, we're fine. Don't worry about it. There.
Well,
it's just a sound that lets you know that you're doing fine.
Yeah, that's taken you 21 minutes to do the same thing that took roughly 2.5 hours of playtime the last time.
Yeah, it was pretty long, wasn't it?
Well, split into 3 episodes, right?
Okay, well, we can't get the next level of our pulse cannon there, so we're just gonna have to deal with... What do we do with the multi-cannon? No, better to have the pulse cannon. Yeah, I think I first started playing this game on, like, the demo, and yeah, there are, like, data things that are like, you know, for example, there are people who are pursuing this guy, the main character, and then, an evil corporation just killed his parents.
Oh, there's a story behind this?
There's a story behind this. So an evil corporation just nuked his parents, and so now he's gonna go and fly and fight for the other evil corporation.
Oh.
Who's less evil.
That's this guy. That's this guy in the picture with the sunglasses?
No, this is just a random merchant telling him about it.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it's just like, you know, but basically the evil corporation is Microsol. Yeah.
Okay.
I think last time I did this bonus level I got nuked too. So we're just gonna blow through the bonus level and that'll be good for points. The problem is with really strong weapons, you can actually kill these things fast enough that the game bugs out. If you stay near the bottom of the screen, those O ships can't hit you.
Oh.
At least as long as your front weapons are strong enough. But it's actually those little, like, spinning shrapnel things that those turrets shoot that are the most deadly things on the screen. Because if they actually collide with you, they'll just wreck you.
Level completed.
Now we're heading into the minefield around the less evil corporation's planet.
Oh.
Oh, we could get level 10 Proton. That's a thing.
Well, as the Sweater Vest Gamer would say, you're playing this game kind of like a murder hobo again, without very much exposition.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't really care about the story or anything.
Oh.
I don't know if the Protron here is any good.
I suppose enthusiasts of this game already know the story and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
people
stuff
who've been
anyway.
playing this game already know it, and people who don't play this game, they can figure it out just by, I guess, downloading it, because it's free, because it's open source. So go download this game and play it for yourselves. You can actually control this with either the mouse or the keyboard. I prefer the keyboard, but you can move faster with the mouse. But you can still beat Lord of the Game difficulty with the keyboard. Because what matters more is precision of movement. I'm actually just going to move the mouse off here so that I don't accidentally trigger the mouse controls. But Yeah, I guess the only modification I made to my keyboard controls were, I set my left and right sidekick to V and B instead of using the, left control and left alt key. I just find that more comfortable.
Oh.
Yeah, let's sell something and get our... Well, no, we won't get our max front gun upgrade, because we might get a front gun upgrade when we do this here. Is there anything else we care about here? Guess we could start buying side weapons. We don't have any side weapons yet, let's get some of those. Yeah, being able to destroy those guys is nice.
Yeah, because I remember they were pretty bad before.
Yeah, well, you just have to dodge them, right?
The only way you could destroy those other things that are going on the tracks is if you use that one special weapon, right? That, what do you call it? That big pulse thing?
This flare, you mean? I don't know. I generally speaking, what I do is I just focus fire these things down because they'll try to shoot you from wherever they are on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't destroying most of them though.
No, you just destroyed like... So like none of these ones matter. That one doesn't matter. This one matters. You want to destroy that one. I think I had missiles in order to do that with. I might have been using missiles because missiles strike behind you because they like take off in a pattern where they shoot outwards back behind you and then they shoot forwards. This part's still hard though. If you're a newbie to this game, you'll still die on this part. Because full screens of fireballs aren't fun.
Yeah.
But it's not so bad. Because you can actually like react to things without having to have like your adrenaline all pumped up on this difficulty. And you can actually see the gaps in the bullets, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, everything just seems to be going a little bit slower and a little bit less intense, right?
Yeah. See, we have armor regeneration capabilities on this ship, too. We haven't even had to use them. I'll have to demo that. So that's that. I think that was about as far as we got on Lord of the Game difficulty.
Yeah.
Now, the lightning cannon here does awesome damage, but it's really hard on generators.
Uh-huh.
And personally, I don't think it's worth it because it's not a very efficient weapon.
Yeah,
I think,
it looks like it wouldn't really hit a lot of stuff, right?
Well, it's not so much that you can do that with it, it's more that you could do... I don't even know if I have the amount of money required to even max this thing out to show what it can do. Basically, when you max it out, it'll become a constant stream of laser.
Okay.
But it's so hard on your generator that it's just not worth it. Because you won't be able to regenerate your shields or anything like that. And the Mega Cannon, as we saw, obviously isn't worth it because you can't do enough damage by shooting through things to kill them. There are other weapons that can shoot through things that do what the Mega Cannon does, but better. So yeah. I think the Protron here is working out pretty well. I never use the Protron, but normally I'm just Pulse Cannon all the time. I'm Pulse Cannon guy. Maybe we get some of these Charge Cannons. I can only get one. I can sell one upgrade of that. There, now we've got Charge Cannons. Now I have no idea if the Charge Cannons are more effective than the dual shot option that we were using there. We'll just use it anyways. It can't hurt. And now we're back on Savara because then we get steered back here to go and do a mission for what's their nuts is the, like, evil corporation guys. Against the other evil corporation guys or whatever.
Oh. What's the other evil corporation called?
Well, there's Microsol, and then there's GenCore, and we're working for GenCore.
Oh.
Because Microsol killed our parents.
Oh.
I think the Protron is less effective against these blimps, though. Like, if you had the pulse cannon, you could blow right through these blimps. So that's, again, that's like the difference in damage type. But that's okay, we're already getting plenty of points. It's not a big deal if we can't blow up the blimps. Although it's fun to blow up the blimps, to go side from side, or side to side and blow up each blimp. Yeah, I guess, on suicide difficulty here, the difficulty actually matters.
Yeah, you can't use that word, remember?
Oh, yeah, whatever.
On the second toughest difficulty level.
Yeah. But yeah, weapon, the act difficulty actually matters, so like, on this difficulty, this is actually the easiest act in the game. There we go, we took out a blimp. We just had to use a special weapon for it.
Large enemy approaching.
Whereas, on Lord of the Game difficulty, it doesn't really matter. It's just always, hard. If you kill this guy too fast, too, you can bug out the game so that it perpetually scrolls the screen. I don't know if that's a thing in the open source version, though. They might have fixed that. Because the thing about this is, the guys working on the open source version, they're always patching the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they're always fixing bugs. Whereas, in the old DOS version, the game would lock up on that screen. And they're like, yeah, you helped these people, and then, there's this, like, Tyrian there, the planet with the floating rocks.
Yeah.
You might notice it had a lot of floating rocks on it. It's because the rocks are, like, anti-gravitational rocks.
Oh. And
the evil company, Microsol, is researching them so that they can make faster ships.
Oh.
Right? And then, oh shit, we just found them on this planet again. Because of course we did. Because they're the bad guys, and they're always there around. I guess we'll max that out. We can't do anything with that. This is another thing, right? Like, you can get a Protron side weapon. And you could, either fire it sideways or fire it, in the, like, weird barrier thing. It's not a very good side weapon. You're better off just going with your Sonic Wave and reinforcing your main guns. I think it's always better to have as much firepower facing forward as possible. Because you're always scrolling from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. Except for when you're scrolling from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen.
Uh-huh.
See, that special ability we have actually makes it harder to use the armor regeneration, too. Because you'll trigger the special ability instead of triggering the armor regeneration. See if I can trigger the armor regeneration. If I can even do it deliberately. Now that we have this stupid flare weapon. Yeah, the red background there makes it really hard to see bullets. That's kind of the point.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no.
Large enemy approaching.
I don't know if I'll be able to trigger it. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, another one of these things.
Yeah, another one of these things. They love this ship design. That hurts. It's better to approach them from the right. We approach them from the left. And you kind of just dodge up in that corner.
Level complete.
The closer you are to an enemy, the more damage I think you do to them because you start to fire and your shots hit faster.
Oh.
But, yeah. That's Act 1. That's all of Act 1.
Well, maybe this would be a logical place to take a break then, huh?
Maybe. I mean, I might show off the fancy bonus game you get at the end of Act 1 here.
Oh, you get a fancy bonus game at the end of Act 1?
Yeah, and a gruesome cutscene.
Oh.
Yeah, see, why is everybody trying to kill you?
Uh-huh.
Right? If you can't avoid getting killed, things should become unpleasant.
Space Rim, where everybody wants to kick your ass.
Yes, everybody wants to kick your ass. And then they give you this cheesy news report for the bonus game here.
Oh.
Right? They don't have enough ale, right? Suddenly, all the ale in the world is gone.
Wow.
I think we could still maybe upgrade a gun here. So we'll save this here, actually. I'll just save this. I guess we'll call it, we'll call it SSSS, whatever. Who cares? Because I can't say that word.
That's right.
Anyways, they give you these little, like, mini-games at the end, which are like a little challenge thing.
Uh-huh.
And they're endless, basically, but it's kind of like you gotta, like, navigate. Wow, that was terrible, right? Okay, but you don't get any shields or anything. Instead, you just get the this particular ship here.
Uh-huh.
And it has this little measly little front gun here. And you kind of just have to dodge things and shoot. Oop, that was not good.
And you need to get the ale,
Yeah, you
or what?
need to get the ale.
Oh.
Right. Okay, that was a brown one coming to get me. I'm doing so much worse on this than I was doing in because I beat this entire game last night in one sitting. And I spent time playing this fucking completely meaningless minigame, too.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna get ourselves an extra life here. And I'm gonna get the ale, too. Yeah, the U-ships actually hurt quite a lot when they hit you, because they're actually reasonably decently armored ships compared to most other enemy ships. And the damage that they do is kind of proportional to the amount of armor that they have. Because they have more mass crashing into you, I guess. And eventually they even get, like, a fucking boss battle in this thing.
Oh.
On this one, I just like to collect the ale and avoid things. I think we did get a bonus life, too, at some point. And these guys just kind of, like, fuck off. But you don't have any generator power in this either, but you also don't regenerate your shields either.
Enemies ahead.
So any armor damage you take is totally permanent. Oh yeah, this is a screen with, like, these blue mines are almost indestructible. So you basically can't kill them with this gun. Oh, look at that, 2 bonus lives. So we died twice or something like that, and now we have a whole bunch of more bonus lives from all the ale. But if we keep going here, we'll eventually hit the boss, and then I'll get to use this bomb that I'm carrying around. But like I said, this thing doesn't actually end. It does actually just loop continuously.
Oh. Whoops.
These games make kind of, I guess, maybe useful dodging exercises.
Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of sloppy. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess if you can just keep going anyway.
Well, you get a couple of lives, right? And once you're out of lives, then the game ends.
Oh.
There's a boss. Aw, I didn't get a good bomb there. If you get a good bomb, you can eliminate him completely. But that's okay, we still got another bomb. And now this shit will more or less eventually start to loop. We'll eventually get past all the screens, and this shit will start to loop. Oh, I missed that. That was a little upgrade there that we missed.
Oh.
Oh, bonus level. No idea what the bonus level is. Or why it's a bonus, or what's so special about it.
Yeah, it looks the same as everything else, really.
Ow.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, we just need to get the ale. Oh, look, an armor ship came. That didn't help us at all. A bomb would have been useful here.
Ah.
But I totally wasted my bomb, eh?
So now you don't have one?
That's right, now I don't have one.
Oh.
Oh, we still killed that guy anyways. It's fine. And we got the upgrade this time, which is actually just player 2. Controlled with the mouse, I think.
Oh.
Although I don't know if it's controlled with the mouse in this game, in this version.
Yeah.
But it does basically give you an extra hit, I guess. Just not get hit by the U ships and wait for the O ships to disappear.
So now you've started over at the beginning again here?
I want to say so. I think so. I mean, the levels might have been shuffled into a different order too. And then I think there might be like other boss battles if you get further. But it doesn't really matter. I think we've seen all the screens of this now, or at least close to all the screens. If not, you get the idea of what this is all about.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah. We'll just go on to the next act. And that was our score for the first act. And I guess that's a high score. Oh look, the scores finally show again. There was a bug in this game for the longest time where your high scores wouldn't show your name. It would just black out. But anyways.
Guess next time we'll be back with episode 2.
That's right. We're really following the story close here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so until then.
I'm Sandman99.
And I'm RecV5. Have a good one.